Hi everyone! So I wanted to remind you as you're going through after you've read a story or if you listen to a story that I suggested or one of the stories that I've read aloud, you want to make sure that you're going through and you're talking about it. The best part about reading is being able to talk about it after. What did you learn? What did you read? What did you find out? So we use our depth and complexity icons. The first one behind me, sorry, it's backwards, is big idea. So what was the story about? The next is details. You're going to make sure that you can give at least 3 details. Basically, 3 things that happened in the story. It could be 3 different characters, what happened first, what happened next, what happened last. It could be where did they live. It could be something specific that happened, but you want to look for one of those small moments in the story. Change over time is one of my favorites because as humans, we all change over time. Remember when we read Dora's Hen and how she felt really sad because her eggs were nice, but everyone else was nicer? Then at the end, she was happy. So was there a character in the story that changed over time? Did something happen? Was there something else that happened that changed over time? So that's something that you want to look for in a story. Patterns. We have our reading pattern. Obviously, we're learning a lot about patterns. If we see a pattern in the story, a repetition in the story. So again, going back to Dora's Hen, remember she saw Sally sheep and she says, your sheep are nice, or my eggs are nice, but your sheep are nicer. And then Daisy dog, my eggs are nice, but your pups are nicer. So it's the pattern and the repetition in the story you're going to want to look for. It could also be in nonfiction stories. It could be, there's lots of patterns in our nature, in our world. So is there a pattern in the world? Is there a pattern in nature? Unanswered questions. That's the best part of being an adult. All we do is debate with each other about unanswered questions. There's not necessarily a right. There's not necessarily a wrong. It's all that great juicy stuff that makes you go, I wonder, what happened? Is that really what happened? What do you think? Did you think that character really did lie about that? Or, oh, what happened? It was there one day and gone the other. Or what do you think happened next? Or do you think that person was really sad? So that's a great way to connect to a story also. Language of the discipline is one of my favorite things to do when we're reading nonfiction stories. So if you're being a botanist and we're learning about plants, is there specific scientific words that were in the story that you learned, vocabulary words, new words? That would be language of the discipline. If we were learning about our seasons, we could be talking about the different weather. If we're talking about weather and a meteorologist, it could be the tools that they use or the different kind of cloud formations. So those are all language of the discipline. Lastly, another one of my absolute favorites, ethics. Was it right? Was it wrong? Again, it's something that I love to debate as adults, but even as a kinderkiki, you could do the same thing. So when we think about the fox and Little Red Riding Hood, was it ethical for what he did, or was it not ethical? Was it right what he did, or was it wrong what he did? Or when we were reading all the gingerbread man stories, one time the gingerbread man was sneaky to the sly fox, and he was able to run away and he wasn't eaten. So was that ethical that he did that he lied to the fox? Is that ethical? So that's a little bit of a more challenging thing to discuss, but it's something that should be really fun with an older sibling, cousin, or mom and dad. Enjoy. Happy reading.